Good morning, good afternoon, dear traders. Welcome back to another video. It's Sunday, and as usual, we're going to take a look at the indices for the upcoming week. I would thank you for the recent support. We're reaching for 200 subscribers. If you like these types of videos, just like and subscribe to support further ones. And now, let's go into the analysis. As always, let's take a quick look at the monthly time frame. We're looking at the S&P 500 E-mini futures chart, and we can see that price is respecting the monthly order block with the fair value gap and is likely reaching for the buy stops or the buy side liquidity. We can see that this is a pretty strong level from which price reacted and is now likely reaching for the buy side liquidity. That's it, and now let's look at the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, you can see that we stayed inside the last week's range and price didn't trade outside of it. So we had a consolidating weak price action, and we can see price reacted 2 weeks ago from the weekly order block, which we outlined. And next week we want to see maybe a quick run lower into the body of this candle and then trade hard to target this buy side liquidity until price action proves us wrong. Let's look at the daily time frame to find our key support and resistance areas. On the daily time frame, it looks a little bit messy, but I'm gonna zoom out in a minute so you can see all these levels, all these blue lines. So I transformed this weekly order blocks from the weekly time frame, and we have two possibilities which we could see unfold next week. So we have this higher order block, which lines up with the volume imbalance I'm going to show you in a minute, and we have also this lower fair value gap. Price could trade into one of these and then target buy side liquidity. You can see Friday price action left us with equal highs and didn't take out buy side liquidity. So we would like to see a run lower to then target buy side liquidity and fill this daily fair value gap. Now let's zoom out. You can see we have this fair value gap which could get filled in next week, and this is the volume imbalance I mentioned. It lines up with this higher fair value gap, so this could be a nice strong area of support from which we could look for buys on Monday or Tuesday. Of course, the lower fair value gap also lines up with the weekly order block right here. So just keep in mind that both of these two areas could be relevant for next week, but definitely we want to see a rate of this buy side liquidity and a fill of this fair value gap. Now let's look at the economic calendar. Compared to last week's economic calendar, this is a very interesting week. On Monday we would wait as usually for 9:30 a.m. This is in the afternoon session, so not relevant for me. Tuesday, 10 a.m. high impact news. Just wait for 10 a.m. and then look for setups. Wednesday, a very volatile day. Four high impact news events coming out. I would wait for 10 a.m. news. Just let all the news pass so you have a much clearer vision of the market and don't get caught up in the manipulation. On Thursday, we have another two high impact news events. You can see a lot of red folders this week. Here I would also wait for 10 a.m. so I don't get caught up in the volatility. Friday, we have a new month coming up, and the first Friday of the month is usually non-farm payrolls. So I wouldn't recommend you to trade on this day, but if you want to, I would wait for 9:30. Maybe I will trade it too, but there needs to be a nice and clean setup at 9:30 or after 9:30. Looking at the weekly templates, I would anticipate that we could see a Wednesday weekly reversal. So it's a manipulation template, consolidates Monday through Tuesday, drives price higher into a higher time frame premium array to induce buy stops, then strongly reverses. How to anticipate this profile when the market is trading at a long-term or intermediate term high, which is this high. I'm on the daily chart. So we could see a run on these buy stops, and then once we fill in this daily fair value gap, we could reverse So this is the literal risk. That's why I also chose a bearish profile, because we have the possibility that price could reverse after we take out the buy side liquidity. When the market is trading at a long-term intermediate high, price will pair institutional selling with pending buy side liquidity. Or we could see a classic Tuesday low of the week. It's a bullish profile. This is the other opportunity. So we have two different opportunities which could play out. Both of them could play out. That's why I'm not sure. I need to wait for Monday's price action or Tuesday price action to confirm which one of these two it will be at the end. So this one hovers above a high time frame discount array, which are two fair value gaps. Monday then drops into the high time frame discount array, which is one of these two fair value gaps, which we mentioned on a daily time frame, and on Tuesday to form the low of the week. How to anticipate this? Know your hard time frame discount arrays, and when the market fails to drop into that array, odds are Tuesday will likely see the drive lower, Tuesday London or New York session. Again, coming back to the Wednesday weekly reversal, we could see the reversal on Wednesday because we have these high impact news events coming out on Wednesday. So there will be a lot of volatility. Either price will reverse on this day, or it will drive higher and also take out, it will just smash through the fair value gap and take out the other high, which is somewhere above the fair value gap. And a quick look at the 4-hour time frame, we could see a drop lower below this low and then quickly take out buy side liquidity on Monday, or price could drop lower into this 4-hour fair value gap, which is also a daily fair value gap, coupled with the weekly order block, so we can see it's a strong level. Also, it would be a run on sell side liquidity before we trade into this, so a high confluence area. I would prefer this to see if we see a classic Tuesday low of the week profile. I would want to see this scenario play out right here. And if we will see a Wednesday weekly reversal profile, I would want to see a quick run below this low to then take out buy side liquidity. Now we have determined a higher time frame picture of the market, and further lower time frame entries or ideas will be posted in my Telegram channel, which is linked in the description below this video. Check it out if you want to. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. We will see us in the next one. Bye.